I'm going to talk about my experience with Dr. Garramone because you guys hear I've only really seen the results like from the post-op appointments of Garramone, so I was kind of like, okay, but what happens in between that? So I'm going to talk about it because I was kind of like, I saw one video out there. That was it. About what's up with Garramone, basically. Which, he's an amazing guy. Like, straight up. He's amazing. He's amazing surgeon. He's very nice. Nice from what I've experienced. And very humble. Humble. And, like, it just, I liked him as a surgeon. And he's a good person. Okay, so, let's start out from the beginning. When you're actually scheduling to, make an appointment to actually like talk to him over the phone. So first off, you're gonna call his office. They're gonna be like, okay, and you call blah blah blah. Your call is for what again? What would you like and all that stuff. Stuff in your like top surgery and whatever else. If you want to have your liposuction, your stomach, hips, and legs. I don't know technical words for it, but those sections, and they'll be like, okay, write down medical information like name, address, your legal name, unfortunately. So sorry if you have not transitioned legally, you're gonna have to say your name, your birth name, which I didn't have to do because my name is legally changed to Drew before that and everything. So what you have to do is you're gonna be talking on the phone. You're gonna set up an appointment, a phone consultation, and by that time, which is Mondays and Wednesdays, I believe, I'm decently sure that's what it was options were when I called it was Mondays and Wednesdays for phone consultation. And what you're gonna have to do is take pictures if you're just gonna have top surgery, of your chest, forward, side, you don't have to have your face in it, probably. It's gonna suck, your dysphoria is gonna be horrible, but just remember, you're one step closer to having surgery because you actually made the consultation to have them call. If you are in the US or Canada, I believe, they'll call you. Remember, it's Florida, so time differences, keep that in mind when you're actually doing but it's like nerve-wracking because also I noticed it was a different phone number than his actual office, so I was like, I think he called me like one or so, I don't remember. It was last year. It was been over a year since that call, but then he'll discuss like your medical issues, what prescriptions you're taking, if you're taking hormones. I was like side-eyeing, being like, I sound like this. You think I'm not taking hormones? But he asked, but I was like, okay, and all that stuff. So medical information, if your family has any health problems, height, weight, and that type of stuff. He'll also go over the prices and everything else, being like, he'll also say, oh, I've seen your results, and you're like, really? That's what I was like. Are you sure? That was just weird. Like, pictures of my chest, I'm like, I didn't like that, actually. That was kind of awkward and weird. I mean, like, But he starts off with saying, hey, I'm Dr. Garramone, and all that stuff. And he's really nice. He'll answer pretty much any of your questions that if you have, so write them down ahead of time so you're actually like, don't forget them. And like, you can call up being like, how long do I have to wait till I can do this or whatever. Like, I asked how long I had to wait for my shot, since my shot was, this was later on, actually. My shot was the day before surgery. Which, I've heard guys say that you don't, like, it doesn't really matter as long as you don't take it, like, while you have the drains in and all that stuff, whereas, the one of the receptionists, either his wife or the, Jody or Kelly is the receptionist, I believe. Don't quote me. We're like, yeah, can you take it a little bit before I talk to my old doctor and everything, just to be like clarifying, being like, when should I? And all that stuff, because he's like, no, you don't have to get off your hormones at all. So I'm like, cool. And all that stuff. So, questions you have, go ask him. Straight up, just go ask him. just, he talks a lot. I'm just gonna mention this, he talks a lot, and you're like, let me just answer my question at times, but it's informational that you actually need to have, so you can deal with the talking. And it's like, you can't see him, so you're like, are you done talking? Obviously I'm not telling you that. But it was anxiety inducing. I'm like, I don't know this number first off. I'm like, I looked later, I'm like, this isn't the same number that I called. So yeah. Yeah, so that was basically the phone consultation. Fail, I actually forgot to mention some things that he discusses, the price, and like I said, any other questions, and you have to have I have notes that I wrote on that day. So let's flash back a little bit. Like I asked how long you have to be there, which is typically 7 to 8 days, not 78. Oops, too close. And how much the cost is going to be if you just have top surgery and nothing else, and like how much the estimated cost for the hospital, and they should keep your quote that he gives you, but he can't control the hospital, is what he was saying, I believe. You have to have a physical with your regular doctor. You also have to have a recommendation from either a therapist or your regular doctor, your GP, saying like you are mentally stable enough to have surgery pretty much, which is pretty standard with trans surgeries. The quote is good for a year. Year is what I was told. Told you have to shave your armpits. I'm sorry, you have to shave them. I was like, pretty much. And he was talking about like most guys are really pissed off and not too thrilled that they have to shave. I'm like, I haven't shaved in how long? You're making me shave? Was pretty much what he said. They were saying, we don't like shaving. Like he wasn't 100% sure. Like he was like, once your scars physically heal, then you're able to swim again, which is what I asked, and he's like, it depends on until your scar heals. So I was like, okay, because that's the question I asked. But most people around 6 weeks. Weeks is like when you can actually regularly exercise again. So typically that was it. And then you go he transfers you to the receptionist, and you're like, so would you like to book an appointment right now? Have an idea, a range. I had a very big range, and I was like, yeah, I think you guys are pretty usually booked, is what I was assuming. So I was like going way farther in the future, and then I was like giving a big range. Be like, do you have any appointments from this date to this date? It was like March to April. But I believe, I'm not 100% sure, because that was back then. It's just like, yeah, I have, and they're like, yeah, we have a few. I'm like, okay, that's a lot. And then they're like, I'll call back. Then they were like, would you like to call back after you consult with other people and all that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, because I need to make sure everyone else is good with that date. So I did that and hung up. Well, I'm doing old school flip on. Nope. Click, hung up. And you can literally pay as like little, but you have to pay $500 down to actually book your surgery date. So that's like if you call right then, $500 down just for top surgery. And if you're having man sculpting of any form of 1, 2, or the 3 options, that's another $500 down. So that's $1,000 down, which actually is included in the total. So you don't have to pay like $1,000 then plus the rest of your amount. Which for me was, you got my paper, around 10,000, 10.5 grand for top surgery and man sculpting that I was having, which he mentioned and all that stuff. So it was 1,000 down, which means I had to pay around 9,000 left, which you can pay as low as like $20 each time, like as much as you need, but you have to sign a lot of paperwork and all that stuff. Each time you will get a receipt of like that they actually charged you and all that stuff. So it's like then you have to have it signed, and then you send it back. Then you send a copy back. Just take a screenshot off your phone or something. You're gonna have to send them your birth certificate, your license or ID. I believe there's a few other things. I'll have to go back and double check, but that might be. This was the actual paper that I signed. Signed the day of surgery, and it does have some information on there. tape, like send all your IDs and all, like your ID. If you haven't had your birth certificate changed, then you have put your name change form in there also. So name change form if you haven't had it legally changed on your birth certificate, which I did. Your ID. I had to send more stuff because I wasn't paying for it, but I was paying for it, but it was from another account, so I had to have that person's ID in it also. But I'm decently sure that was it. Let me just double check that was actually it. So hold on. Okay, I'm back. You also had to be like a financial agreement, which I forgot to mention, so that you'll pay the blank amount of fee, and the person who's actually putting the money down has to sign that. So if it's you, sign that. They're gonna send you lab works and all that stuff, and a lot of other things. Like, this is a handful of my paperwork that I actually printed out and all that stuff, or I may have gotten from him. So there's a lot of things that they will email you, and you can offer a secure email or just regular email. And I'm like, a secure email? Huh? Yeah, I don't know stuff about it, medical stuff. But I was like, regular email and all that stuff, and it was fine. You just sign a lot of paperwork to begin with, and like I said, each time you actually have your have a payment done, you have it signed, and then you take a picture, send it back. So it's a lot of that work. It's a ton of that work. And you have to have it done fully paid by a month before your surgery date. So mine was on the 21st of March, so I had to have it fully paid for by the 21st of February. So that's how that kind of, and also you can pay cash, but I believe there's a limit to that. I'm not sure. I didn't pay cash. So let's go forward. So you're getting everything ready. You're like packing and all that stuff for what you need and all that stuff. Continue to the day. You go to the office, which there's a bunch of people all at once. Once they're gonna call you, you're gonna sign in, hand your ID. So make sure you have your ID ready, because it's like, here you go. If not, they will hold your ID for a little bit, like fill out all the paperwork and all that, and do all their stuff on their end, which I don't know what it is. And they're gonna hand you a lot of papers. That took like an hour to read, almost an hour for me to read. Some of it is what you've already seen, and they will send you it. Some of it's on their website, by the way, like your pre-op information, I believe, and your post-op and pre-op information that you'll need. I don't see the pre-op, but it might have been out of order. But night before your surgery and post-op instructions, post-op instructions. But you're gonna have to sign every single page of this, read all of it, and mark some things. Such as, I'm sorry, this is making a lot of noise. I can't help it. It's stable. That you're aware of some problems and informed consent things. More informed consent things that may happen. And you have to sign with your initials. Any other time they have a blank, pretty much. So if you can't see how many times I had to sign, go once. And then you also have to sign at the bottom. It's just initialing at least, so that one. When you have to mark if you are a smoker or non-smoker, and that you understand the risks and surgery complications that come with that. Like I said, this took an hour. And then you also have to sign at the bottom. Focus. Sign at the bottom. I'm a non-smoker, so I did non-smoking. More disclaimers. Informed consent. What you are actually consenting for surgery for. Which, I didn't know exactly some of the words, so I was just like, I just put what I was getting, because I wanted, you can fill in, like, you want nipple grafts or not nipple grafts. So if you actually want a physical nipple, so if you want your nipple that was, with you before on it, or if you don't want anything there, you mark that down, and I didn't know if I was gonna have liposuction in the up here, which I did, which I didn't know, because I'm like, I don't know these things, they're medical, like I know these things, and I put like the liposuction that I was having for man sculpting, and I had to sign, and then also the receptionist, Judy in this case, signed, and then Dr. Garramone later. The receptionist and Garramone signed later in the future, so you don't have, you just sign it. I was like, do I sign that? Because it has to be a witness. And I was like, I don't know. By the way, these are single-sided, so for what I think is always services for treatment and care. They give his information and a little bit of your information. That he opted out of some stuff, like Medicare care stuff, and you can't sue him, I believe, was some of the stuff. Yeah, you can't claim to Medicare and all that stuff, so that words. Then this is what you are sent before, post-op instructions. This is weird to read backwards. Post-op instructions, more post-op instructions, including suggestions on what to take and what not. More healing stuff, which they sell at their office. It's expensive. Okay, so you have to go through that big ass thing. Again, took forever. I don't like reading. I don't like signing things, but I'm like, okay. But you fill out that stuff, and then there's actually more sheets, which is like regular medical information that they need to have and all that stuff. Also, bring your if you don't know your social security card, bring it. I was like, huh? I don't know my social security number. I'm like, so bring that. Just letting you know, because you're gonna need it. And I was like, you need that? Huh? So I was like, calling my family, being like, what's my social security card number? I don't know. I got it texted to me, because I was like, And you're going to need it for the next day. So, after you're done, you're going to hand it to the receptionist, most likely Jody. And then you either, you're going to wait a little bit, or you're going to be pulled back into a room. It's a small room. It's a regular office room for like a doctor's office. It's not that big. So, and you're gonna be you're gonna wait until Dr. Garramone comes in. He's gonna say hi, blah blah blah. Gonna talk to you a tiny bit, but make sure that your medical history and your height, your weight is like, check on your weight and all that stuff. So he's not gonna scale you. You're just gonna tell him. So that happens, and then he's gonna step out. So he's gonna ask you to put on. Sorry. He's gonna ask you to put on a gown and have it open in the front. So binder off. I'm sorry. It's like it sucked. It's like, but he's gonna be like, take your binder off and put this gown on, and he hands you it. He leaves the room before you change. He's gonna knock, and he's gonna bring the receptionist in, most likely Jody. Jody came in with me. Sweet lady, very sweet, very nice. And they're gonna be like, okay, then he's gonna be like checking. He's gonna feel to make sure it's normal and everything's correct. So I'm sorry. It's only a few seconds. It sucks. It's horrible. It's only a few seconds though. And he's just making sure that everything's proper. You're gonna go against a wall, and then you're gonna. I'm like, I had to I was in my underwear because I had liposuction on my legs, and he was like, well, your underwear up. So it's like, he asked if I had underwear on also. So I'm like, just because I had to have pictures done of my legs, and I had to roll up my underwear and be like, I'm like, I want to cover my junk, but I didn't. I'm just like, So, you're gonna be having pictures taken of where you're having surgery, not the head. This little fabulous little thing is not gonna be in the picture. So you can be like, or whatever. He knows it's uncomfortable, guys. Like, he deals with trans people a lot. Like, it's his work. It's his livelihood, is working with trans people nowadays. So he knows how uncomfortable it is. He knows stuff. But he's gonna feel you up, make sure it's like, and he's gonna be like, okay, so this is basically what's gonna happen happened when he didn't do the how much it's gonna be gone. He was just like, okay, and like, or he just said around there's gonna be your nipple. In my case, right there, but it was with the chest stitch, so I was like, but it was like, yeah, cool. It's very not. It's very it's fine. It's freezing in his office, but that's for medical reasons, which can't help. But they turned what I believe, I don't remember who, but it was either Jody or his wife. Wife was like yeah, well, second when patients come in, we have to turn their on. And like, but that little bit, because I made a comment being like, oh, it's a little bit warmer than last time during my post-op. Yeah, I'm the smart ass who does that. But yeah. So he'll give you you go to his wife or whoever's at the next spot, because there's gonna be a little bit separation from when you enter, and there's a door, and then you go to where his wife was at the time, which is Kelly, and she's gonna talk to you. She's gonna give you like the big ass packet back that you filled out. I'm gonna give you scripts and all that stuff, and you're good to go. And there is a Publix that is right behind him, so it's close walk. It's literally the same general area, just other end. And you go there after to pick up your scripts, which you're gonna have to show your ID again, and then you just roam around, get what you need and all that stuff, and they call you, you're good, pick it up, bye. Okay, you're not, and also, you're allowed to buy his medications that he, sells at his office. It's expensive. You don't have to. I can't remember the place, so I'm not gonna mention it, but I had got it from some other place, which, the people where I stayed at knew of a place to go to, so I was like, okay, but it's optional if you buy it or not. I don't know if it made a difference because I haven't had surgery before that, so I'm like, okay, but got the meds and all that stuff